Welcome to Real Talk with Raleigh. I'm your host, the one and only Raleigh Keegan. And this is where we're going to do like mini podcasts like this where I kind of talk to you guys about more candid issues and we go one-on-one, me and you. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see me pointing at you. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you don't understand. But someday you'll get YouTube and you'll understand. But, okay, one topic I get asked all the time. How do artists choose what songs to put on the record, and why do they choose those songs, and how do they get chosen? So I think the first question that people ask or begs the question is, if a song doesn't make a record that I wrote, does it mean it's a bad song? And sometimes the answer to that is yes. Sometimes songs that I think are good in retrospect, like you look back and they aren't as good as you thought. And that happens a lot. But an example of that happened, another reason that they don't get chosen is if they don't fit an artist's brand or like what the artist stands for. So like I have this song that I wrote with Hit Writers that's about like partying on the weekends and like getting crazy and getting wild. And I do love bourbon. I do love a good cocktail and I love a good craft beer. I love all that stuff. But like that's not necessarily like why I do art, why I do this. I like am very introspective and stuff. So I wrote that song, but I don't think that it necessarily fits me and my brand. So that's another reason why a song might not fit a record. But like for me, how do songs get selected? So we have like a big folder. So like there's hundreds of songs that you've written, and there's a big folder, and you start narrowing down. So you want your project. For me, it was an album this time, but we put a huge folder full of all the songs and tried to narrow those down to like 20 songs, and then from that we narrowed them down to 14 that we thought fit a cohesive project with different topics that really, you're trying to make yourself stand out as someone who has something unique to say from your own perspective. So that's kind of how we went about selecting those for my particular record. But there's a couple songs that I've written that I wanted, like I wrote one song that I feel like would be so great for Blake Shelton. And I just would love it if it would work for me because I think it's a hit. I'll play a little bit. Hold on. Blake Shelton, if you're listening. Baby, I dig you and you dig me. It's time we made it forever. Talking about a ring on a finger, hanging in through the worst of the weather. Got all my crazy out of my veins, baby, I won't ever be found somewhere up to letting you down. Wanna fly with you, stay high with you, keep you high on me. Baby, I won't mind walking that line, had all that crooked I need. Might need my boys line out, best buddies for some tipping back hanging around. But I'll never be up for letting you down. So, Blake Shelton, if that would work for me, this is how you select things. I feel like that could be a hit. But not for Raleigh Keegan, because Raleigh Keegan's not Blake Shelton. So Blake Shelton, I know you're listening to this. I know you're watching this right now, Blake. You just call me up if you ever need that song, and we can talk, and you can pay for my next house. So anyways, that's a little glimpse about how artists such as myself choose songs for the record. So I hope you'd enjoyed this little Real Talk with Raleigh, and I will see you for the next episode.